What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Hustling Sideways podcast. I'm Alan Halas. I'm a music writer.
And I'm Jim Love, and I'm a keynote motivational speaker and a podcast host.
Yeah.
We should start adding that to our
we
list.
We are podcast
Yeah,
hosts.
I guess I'm a co-host.
I'm a podcast co-host.
But you're kind of the real host.
I don't know. It's 50-50.
Yeah.
Anyway,
welcome.
we have a podcast.
Yeah, we do.
You're checking it out right now.
You clearly know about it. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that.
But in addition to all of the great guests that we have on our show, we also like to talk about things that side hustlers go through. And Jim, you've got a really good one for us today because it involves networking, sort of. We talked about networking before.
Yes, it does. Like indirectly in a way, but I'm labeling it as managing your network.
Yeah.
And this came to me via text today. This is how me and Alan do it when we film stuff the day of. We're like, what should we talk about later on? It's a little behind the scenes. I thought they should know. So really, this idea came when I was thinking about at the start of COVID, when really the speaking business started to crumble, for lack of better terms. You couldn't speak to people anymore in a room, so I had to figure that one out. And I had realized I had about 30 or 40 educators and folks from administrators, principals over the years that I've worked with. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I really should tap into those resources and be like, hey guys, I can do something for free for your students. I can put together like an 8-minute video with 3 quick messages to do it. And I reached out and it went really well. They all responded. We formed our relationship even more, and me giving that free resource at the time was needed. Number one, I knew it was, and number two, led to more. Led to me coming back, led to me doing a lot more. So it was an important realization for me to not forget where I came from, in a way where it's like I started. Some people who I worked with for like my second gig were like on this list, and I had to like really retrace my steps. Like I would be searching emails, and I literally like went to my Gmail, searched like speaking, or searched gig, or whatever, and like found the emails of people who I totally forgot about from like 5 years prior, and formed this list. And I don't use it at this moment, but I did for about 2 years, and now things are back, of course. But it was an important realization that like I know you're always going to be networking and meeting new people, which is awesome, but your existing folks mean a lot too. Call it upselling, if you will, but generally
maintaining for sure.
Maintaining and doing it, and it was an important sort of moment I had of like I need to keep doing that and recognize that these people already put their trust in me, and now it's just time to continue establishing that relationship and take it to the next level. So it was really impactful, and I formed real friendships out of it. I mean, those people are awesome, and like anybody who's an educator,
regular people you talk with still, and everything,
via text, etc. So that was great.
I am bad at this too, because this is we talked about networking before, and we talked about building your network. Nobody ever seems to talk about maintaining it, and keeping those relationships open. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of people think of it in like a sales way of like, oh man, I gotta keep asking, I gotta keep going.
I call it upselling.
But until you get that one lead, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So or that one sale or whatever. But then it's one and done, and you think, all right, fine, I'm on to the next person. A lot of times,
right?
Maintaining that relationship is important. And I don't mean that in a sales way, but I mean it from like a business way.
Yeah,
like you never know when those people.
Way. In the end, you're selling yourself in a way, or your services or your value. We're all salespeople. At the end of the day, people trust you, and then they want to buy the thing that you offer or whatever, or your energy, whatever that is. But they put some sort of, whether it be monetary or intrinsic value, on what you offer.
For sure.
Which is important. So it really is sales when it comes down to it.
Yeah, I guess. But I also think that...
Alan disagrees. Carry on.
I realize that now I'm sales, and now my heart drops a little bit. No. But I think that there's also like... maintaining a relationship's important because you never know when people are going to come back into your life, kind of thing.
Yep.
So like, let's say, okay, weird example here. I have my sound person from one of the concerts that I do is a landscaper. Mm-hmm. And never thought that I would ever need that sort of thing again. Until I bought a house.
Yeah.
And now the guy that is running my sound also is a landscaper.
That's
and
awesome.
Had him come in and check out the house to make sure, check out the backyard and see what
maybe
there's anything
play a couple hot tracks while he's doing it, right?
If he could soundtrack that while he did it. But things like that, where you just never know when somebody's going to come back into your life. You never know when contacts are going to come back to you.
Yeah.
Right here, I didn't plan on this.
Oh,
this
show
is
and tell.
A ton of business cards that literally sit here.
They're banded together. Yeah, that's great.
These are, I don't throw them out, and my wife hates me for it. but I have a ton of these.
Yeah.
And I always am thinking, like, you know, when something comes along, I'm probably going to flip through these at some point. And to be honest, there have definitely been times where I've really gone out and I've said, hey, I remember I had somebody that did XYZ, and I've gone to this stack of cards, figured out who the person was, and then hit them up.
Yeah,
So,
it's important. You know, and I'm glad you actually brought up the business cards, which need to come back, by the way. I need to get like actual business cards again. It's been a while. My title changed, so I'm like all the ones I had ordered like a year ago,
get new ones.
No longer applicable. But I think oftentimes I find myself always like in next mode, you know, thinking about who I'm going to meet next, what experience I'm going to have next. That comes from being an extrovert. It's just the way that goes. But I forget about who I already have, like who's the now mode, and and just to check in, you know, say hello, and a lot, you know, I feel like I'm too busy a lot to do that, but it makes a difference, and particularly, you know, so for example, my current manager, who's amazing, is someone who I met 5 years ago, and formed a great relationship with, and had no idea that one day I would be working for her,
Right?
And I'm so glad I am, and I'm glad that we kept that relationship up, but I chose to do that. I was like, she's awesome, and of course I'm going to talk to this person, and it worked out well. You know, 5 years later, it was the position open. So like, I guess that goes into like don't burn a bridge, of course, if you're going anywhere else.
Yeah.
But and which I guess is maintaining a relationship when it comes down to it, maintaining the network, and so you're always going to have, no matter what happens, whether it's in your business, personal life, side hustle, you're going to have sometimes like difficult folks that you deal with, or you know, whatever. The more you treat them better, you know, the more you treat them with kindness, they're going to end up coming back at some point, and they're going to remember that, it may work out really well for you. You know, so I think it's just always a call out to maintain that network you have. Of course, be looking for, you know, the next thing, because it will pop up, but recognize what you have in the moment and be present in it, and you know, and rely on them for things. Reach out and reconnect. So tell us about your network.
Yeah, tell us about your
network.
network.
Want to know more.
Keep your bridges intact.
Yes, don't burn them. Yes,
we should have titled it that instead. Keep your bridges intact.
We still can't.
No, it's too late now.
Good point.
I already saved the file.
Ellen can't rename it. Yeah,
nope,
we're done.
Absolutely can't. So keep your bridges intact. Maintain your networks of people, and also be sure to network with us socially.
How do they do that?
Following us.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, on we, you know, if you're listening to this podcast for the first time, you can subscribe wherever. We're also on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. We're on YouTube. I think that's all of them. Oh, we're on TikTok.
Too.
We're on TikTok too.
Yep.
So find us. We're hustling sideways everywhere. If you want to network with us and be on this show, you can do it,
or virtually, whichever one you decide. But
whatever.
If you're here, this will be your spot.
We are open to do that. You can send us an email. Tell us about your side hustle. Hustlingsideways@gmail.com. And Jim, I think we're out of here. So you know what that means.
That means keep on hustling.
We'll see you next time.
Peace.